got Justin Bloss here with us on the Tulsa Tempo Podcast. We just finished Tunes at Noon at the church studio, and every time we have one of these, I'm still blown away about the people that come out and check it out and support local music. If you guys are listening to this and you haven't been out to the church lately, they're always adding stuff. They've got museum tours. Did you do the museum tour yet?
I've done one the last time I was in there. Yeah.
They're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't, and they're even adding stuff when you go on the tour, you'll get, shown some stuff that you may not have seen. If you've already been, you should come check it out again. But the Tunes at Noon it's a showcase of Tulsa. I mean, the talent here in Tulsa. And I'm not sure how you get on. You just sign up. Is that how you got on?
I don't know how you get onto it. Someone just asked me to do it, so I said, yeah.
You're one of the lucky ones that sought you out.
Gotcha.
That's cool. So they have got these things stacked up every Saturday. In fact, even Tuesdays now, you can do Tunes at Noon. So we had Cassie and Josh on last Tuesday, I believe, and that's pretty cool too. And it has just as big of a show up. And either way, we got Justin here, and he's played a whole hour-long set. Hopefully you'll be able to hear some of that here on the show today. We're going to showcase at least the first 4 songs that we went through and talk about those. But before we get into that, Justin, just, I guess, introduce yourself. Tell us, what instrument you play and maybe what your connection to Tulsa music is.
I'm just singer, songwriter, acoustic 99% of the time, solo 99% of the time. I don't know what kind of connection I have. I started playing at the Colony. That was where I started. So I played the Colony pretty much exclusively for like the first 3 or 4 years that I was starting in like 2016.
Dang.
And then branched out a little after that. But I guess that's my Tulsa scene.
You started at the Colony. Like that's, most people work their way
at like the open mic, and then
got
asked to play a couple of those shows, and then started booking my own shows. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do they still do the open mic?
Yeah. It's every Monday. Cody Clinton hosts it.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I should know that.
I hosted it for 2 years.
Dang, I definitely should know that. This was the ex-host of Open Mic at the Colony. So sorry, Cassie, Josh, and
it was before Cassie and Josh
took
ownership. It was like 2021 or 22 to.
I might have
21 to 23, I guess, because we're in 24 now.
Yeah, I was in Texas at the time. That makes sense. Okay, so you said 99% of the time, but didn't I catch a glimpse of that 1%? Over the weekend?
Oh, yeah, that's Chris's thing. That's Chris Combs' thing that he does with different songwriters. I think he does that. Seems like once every month and a half or something.
So he brings you on for that. That's the 1%.
Not me. It's different songwriters every time. Yeah. So this one was me and Damian Shade, and yeah, it was great. 3 songs. Hop up there and get to play with the best musicians almost probably I've ever played with, so it's great.
I agree with that. They were the trio and Dan were at the Chris Combs and Friends in session, which was phenomenal. If you're listening, look that up. It was an experience of its own.
Mm-hmm.
being able to sit in and be part of the recording, process as a listener, as a, viewer. You could just watch these guys, how they normally record. It seemed more like a show though than it did a real recording, but it mimics that real recording vibe that you get. So, okay. So, you're here Tunes at Noon. What'd you think of Tunes at Noon, man?
I loved it. It was great. Everybody was real nice. It was much busier than I thought it was going to be. So that's cool for noon on a Saturday on Labor Day weekend or whatever. I mean, I thought it was pretty great,
Yeah.
Lots of good listeners, and people bought some merch through tips and all that. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, what a blessing to have the studio here in Tulsa for us to be able to do this. I mean, we've got a lot of good listening rooms, but to have an actual recording studio open their gates and say, come play is really cool. So we got 4 songs, 4 questions we're going to get into. You opened your set. I don't know the name of the song, but you probably do. Can you tell us about the first song you started with?
That one's called Something in the Air Tonight. I open like every show with that song. That's the way for me to figure out, I guess, how everything sounds, because I'm most comfortable with that song. So I start with that one all the time, basically. I think I wrote that in like 2019 or 2018, and yeah, I think it was like the first song that I really liked that I wrote, probably. So
that was a great song.
Yeah, love it. Glad it's done a lot of nice things for me, I think, with people.
That opens your set every night, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, we're going to take a listen to it. If you haven't heard it, here it is. Beautiful song. One of the things about playing Tunes at Noon that I've noticed from an artist perspective is that everyone listens. They're not off drinking a beer, or you're not background noise. You literally have this engaged audience, and they were very much engaged while you were playing today. So, okay. So anything else about that song? Was there a certain creative process that you used how did you write it?
I mean, I was just pretty down and out in those times, and lots of substance issues. And that was like, I guess, a song about, I don't know, deciding to lean into the direction I was going or get out of all that stuff. So maybe that's kind of what it was. I just needed to write something about it, I guess. So
that's fantastic. Okay. And does it bring back memories of that stuff when you play it, or is it just now a piece that you...
Now it kind of feels a little more hopeful at the end. I used to think the ending of the song was like a walking off a cliff way to, I guess, end it. And then now I kind of think you can look at it both ways, that you either walk away from the cliff or walk off the cliff. So it's changed in that way. Yeah.
That's fantastic, dude. That's great. Anywhere people can find this song? You got a
Spotify, Amazon, all the streaming stuff, and then now I have physical CDs of my first of the 2 EPs that I've put out that are combined onto one CD.
Where's the easiest? Is it your website to get
Spotify? You can get all the merch off of the Spotify or Bandcamp and all that stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, well, check that out if you are interested in hearing more.
Satan's on the interstate, Satan's in the bathroom, scratching at the window pane. All in all, it makes me tired, tugging on my guts all night, and maybe it's just blah, blah, black. Everyone's lying, but the truth is something I can't hide. Something up to hold me closer. Little bullets sinking ships in the ocean. Cry, cry, lazy eye. Coming up to see you leaving town on Friday night. But I've been eating 4-leaf clovers. Talk you off a ledge. every night. And I think I'm gonna move this winter. Been missing something, but there's nothing to remember. Colors finally lost their mind, but I can't feel my teeth. Star-spangled, keep you lonely tonight. So paint me on my knees, little soldier, little on the edge, where the edge is getting closer. There's something in the air tonight. Something in the air tonight. Something in the air tonight. I'm ready to die, give it one more try. There's something in the air tonight. There's something in the air tonight. I'm begging to die, give it one more try. There's something in the air tonight. There's something in the air tonight.
Next up, we got into your second song. I think that was everything was originals, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything cover either, which is awesome. Sometimes we do get the cover bands come through, and it's cool and jammy. But I love hearing from guys like you that write their own stuff. And if you can get the audience to move with your own original stuff, that says a lot. In fact, Ronnie, when I walked in, I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry I'm late. I get here to get the Tunes at Noon recorded." And he's like, "You're gonna love this guy." He's like, "He should be famous." That's what he said. I was like, "Wow, okay." And I can see that you just have a good voice, and you have a really unique way of playing the guitar, and it's not predictable. It's got that's a cool. And that, to me, that is what makes music engaging. Is wow, that's a different way to do that, and that sounds good. And you got a texture in your voice too that's really artistic. It's nice. Anyway,
I appreciate that.
those are some of the things I noticed while I was behind the camera. I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
wow."
thank you.
But tell me about the second song. You remember which one it was?
Yeah, that's an old song called "Help Me Out," and I usually play that second unless I'm in like a really my preferred environment, which is like the DIY kind of alternative space room situations where I can just play all my slow, sad picking stuff, and it's not too boring for the listener or whatever. But that's an old song, and it's just different than any of the other ones that I have, and it serves the same purpose as the first one in a different way. It opens my voice up, so I like to play it second because I get to hit different notes that will set me up for the last half of the set. And it's a old song that I know how to play very well, so I don't have to worry about being fuzzy on it. Like it'll just like something in the air tonight. It kind of helps me just lift the set off, basically.
Nice.
So
Yeah, they're like warm ups.
yeah.
And you know what you sound like. You get comfortable, and then
I know what the monitors sound like. All that.
What'd you think of the way that sounded at the church?
It sounded great. Saw they had interns there learning how to run live sound, and that's cool. They did a good job.
I always tell them that they need to work on the sound when I walk by. I'm like, "Hey, something doesn't sound right." They start fiddling with the knobs. They're like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "Just kidding." No, I've heard that that hall has a real nice resonance to it when you're on acoustic, and
Yeah, it did.
and I hear it. And we had Tom Pavir on here, and he did kind of a similar set. And you know Tom?
Yeah, Tom's a good friend.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's still waiting on us to give us his edits, by the way.
Mm-hmm. He's one of the best guitar players, and he's got, I think, one of the strongest vocals for that style that I've heard, really. So he's very talented, and obviously, if you haven't seen his schedule, he plays like 25 shows a month. So
he does, dude.
He deserves it. He's doing great.
I got quit, ain't no answer. I got him, but there ain't no fear. Man, lay your lies down, he'll be listening. Be hanging with the sunrise screen. Hear my problem, hear my sadness. Here I only have myself to blame. And please don't look down, please don't look down. Keep your eyes on the hell you make me want you. Help me out now, help me out, help me out. Feel certain that you ain't going. Help me out, why it's taking so long. Help me out, feel certain that you ain't going. It ain't over, I ain't sunk yet. Spent 12 hours going there and back, and I felt younger, I felt nothing. I felt bridges burning from my past. And won't you help me out now, help me out, help me out. Feel so that you ain't going. Help me out, why you taking so long. Help me out, feel so that you ain't going. Don't act so sharp, let me outside. Living your life through some blackout nights, and you can't go back, you can't go home. Ain't no concern better with things. I want you, help me out now, help me out, help me out. Feel something that you ain't doing. Help me out, why you taking so long. Help me out, feel something that you ain't doing. Help me out now. Help me out, why you taking so long. Help me out now. Help me out, why you taking so long.
We talked about song 2. We talked about, your first couple songs, Ashley. So let's move on to number 3. Like talk to me about that. What's the reasoning behind that song? What was the name of that song?
This song's called Crooked Thoughts, and I that's usually early in the set too. It's from an EP I put out in 2021. That one's kind of written around the same time as Something in the Air Tonight, so it's kind of similar. It's the substance issues and that if you think too many crazy and weird thoughts, you become crazy and weird. So it's that, I guess, basically is what it's about.
No, dude, you are not wrong. That's just how humans, I mean, everything you see around us was created by humans, right? And it all had to be thought up. So any thoughts you think become, unfortunately, reality one way or another. So I saw the emotion in that song, dude. I mean, behind the camera, I could see, I mean, you almost transported somewhere. I don't know what it is, but maybe that's just my perception of what happened. But there was some definitely emotional ties to that song that I saw. So
it's good still, but if it does still translate that way, because it's an older song, but I'm glad. I love it. I'm glad I wrote it.
Yeah.
Needed to write it. It was good.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Cool. So we're 3 songs in, but I want to switch up the question a little bit. We ask these to everybody to kind of keep things consistent. But if you think about your music history, journey, path, whatever it is, who's been the most influential person to your life in music? Just one person. Can you think of anybody? And why? Is there a particular story or event that maybe?
I mean, from songwriting influence to my first real opportunities and everything, it's John Moreland. And he is like I've said it every night, opening up with him, and to everybody that I know, he really is my favorite songwriter ever. So that's it basically is him. If I had to pick somebody,
wow,
that would be it.
So what was there a certain thing that happened that made you really, or was there a particular event or anything that caused this influence to take hold?
No, I think I don't think I knew he was even from Tulsa when I first heard him, but he just put out In the Throes, and I heard it probably a year later or something. I didn't know much about him, and then thought it was like the best album I'd ever heard. And
so you just heard the album, was instantly like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah. And then tried to figure out how you can write good songs after that. So that was it.
Is there a particular song that is, I guess, most moving to you, most influential out of those?
I don't know if I could pick like any particular one. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 3:59 a.m. off of In the Throes was a pretty remarkable realization for me when I heard it. So I guess that one made me want to start finger picking the guitar and things like that.
So it made you like, okay, I need to step up my game here.
I just wanted to figure out how you do something like that, I guess. So
that makes sense. Oh, that's great. That's cool. Take a listen to this third song, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as we did here at Tunes at Noon.
Baby's dreaming about a headache. Baby's dreaming off in the sea bar. Baby killed me at the levee. Wrap my body in dirty tar. 'Cause I've been holding on too long. I've been squeezing, holding for dear life. baby sucking on her thumb. Love the river, now it's all but dry. You've been hearing about my name. I've been hearing that you hate my guts. I don't think I feel the same. I remember feeling like I hate you too. We're on and on and on, but the road out here is long. Had another 3 to 5. Crooked thoughts breed crooked minds. While you're running for your life, crooked thoughts breed crooked minds. Baby, put me in the trunk. Hear a whisper, now you can't look back. Baby doesn't give it up. She been sleeping on the railroad tracks. She been living down out. She been living off the tar and bones. Paint a picture of your mouth. I paint a picture, but you're always gone. We're on and on and on, but the road out here is done. Had another 3 to 5. Crooked thoughts breed crooked minds. While you're running for your life, crooked thoughts breed crooked minds. Crooked thoughts breed.
All right, so fourth song. That's the last one we got. Anything special about that? Can you tell us what song that was called and maybe a little story behind that?
Yeah, that song's called Stone by Stone, and it might be my favorite song I've written, or pretty close, you know. I wrote it, I think it was like a year and a half ago, something like that. In the winter, I was living in a really awful garage apartment that was freezing cold or burning hot, depending on the season. And I think I was pretty heavily under the influence in the middle of the night, and felt like I needed to say something about the place I was in, the state that I was in, and feeling the wind blow through the walls of this awful garage apartment that I'm paying like $1,000 a month to live in, and just the pickle I've got myself in.
Was that in Tulsa, or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All that's good can never last, so we'll stick around if it feels this bad. Just one such a home, crusade fate with the blood of bellies long. Can we die want nothing more. Pinch, poke, and money loan. Back and forth on a demon horn. And blood like gold and dust in piles. Fools and rows to speak and justify. Scope to see and I see you die. You're a fool in hell, what am I? And the devil came and put you in view. I wasn't nothing, dreaming what I never knew. Drinking, stealing, club this room. And sweep and dry, all eyes on you. I saw you stone by stone. But some don't crow like that alone, stone by stone. Well, I know me and I know you, but in silent bed alone and blown. Kick the scream or fist the moan. Sunless seed needs a riding home, and fences built up strong and high block all views from the neighbor's eye. What you can't see, you can't own. Avert your eyes, leave it all alone. And I grew tired, but never clean. And ballroom lights glow red to green. See her face, she comes and goes. All it takes to keep my eyes closed and dream the dream and hold my breath. Your car still smells like cigarettes. Face to face, stand for his hand. God forgives, but no man can. I saw you stone by stone. But some don't crow like that alone, stone by stone. I saw you stone by stone. But stones don't crow like that alone, stone by stone.
Yeah, so you're a true songwriter. I mean, we do get the cover guys come through and they do their stuff, but your life, you are truly reflecting your life through your music, and it's really cool how we believe it or not, we don't get. We had a couple artists on here and we asked them, you have any originals? And they're like, I haven't written an original in 20 years. So I'm like, wow. But they're still out there playing and doing it for the love of playing, I guess. Mm-hmm. But you're as authentic, true. I mean, even Tom Pavir, most of his stuff is kind of just rewritten covers, Right?
He does that traditional music, basically blues and a little bit of bluegrass, all those genres that are important, you got to have them out there too. Yeah. It'd be a shame if it was all stuff like what I'm doing.
Sure.
So no, I haven't I don't really hardly ever play covers, so I'm glad that there's the opposite end too, around.
No, it's fantastic. And if you guys haven't had a chance, check out the stuff, Bandcamp, Justin Bloss. You got 4 songs here from Tunes at Noon that you can listen to, and go check him out. I'm sure you play a lot locally, so we don't know when this is going to be released. I don't want to have any particular dates to call out, but really good stuff. Really from the heart, written, performed as good as anybody. So I appreciate you jumping on our show and talking about your songs you played and all that stuff. So
I appreciate. Hopefully, it's easy to listen to, nice to listen to. So thank you.
it definitely is. It definitely is. So, okay. Well, anything evergreen you want to shout out, or anything that might be promotable, like a upcoming record, or anything besides we have a show Friday night, because that won't translate well. But is there anything?
I plan on putting a full length album out in December around a run of shows I'm opening up for American Aquarium.
That's cool.
September, I'm touring with John Moreland again, all up the West Coast. I don't know if this will be out before then, might be after.
Should be.
But yeah, that's it basically.
That's awesome, dude. Thank you for being on Tulsa Tempo. If you guys haven't made it out to Tunes at Noon, please do. Thank you for coming on our show.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.